Hello everyone, I am Shubha Kankaria and welcome to episode 14 of Daastan-E-Raahi. It is a travel talk where we get to know about amazing places through wonderful stories of various travelers. Today on Teachers' Day, we have a very special guest. She's a Spanish teacher by profession, but a traveler with interest in exploring the rural areas. She has worked in India for more than 5 years, and today she's going to share all her amazing experiences of traveling as a teacher around different parts of India. So, guys, without any further delay, let's get on board Belen. So, Belén, to begin with, I know you have traveled to many countries and stayed and worked in countries like Poland, Greece, France, Italy, and also India. So, how this journey of exploring other countries began for you?
I am a language teacher, no? I used to teach French and Spanish, and it's a very interesting way of learning about the world. Because when you are speaking about a language, it's not only focusing grammar. Of course, people want to travel, want to experience, or want to work abroad, or fall in love abroad, or do many other things, make friends. So it's another type of contact with the students, different to the contact you have in your own country, no? Because the motivation of the students is different. And they also share about their own cultures, no? They say, it is weird what you do. It is, or they feel like weird, no? Like about things of your own country. And they keep sharing, no? I learn a lot about Indian festivals thanks to my students. So this motivated me to keep doing, no? I was always more and more interested in keep going abroad. The first time I met foreigners here in Spain, the first time. Then I understood that I like this type of exchange. I like learning from others, no? That is much better than any documentary. And that you can discover real things about other countries out of stereotypes. No? And then I started doing it professionally. No? I graduate and then I found a scholarship and I went abroad, and after just searching scholarships and getting a bit of experience, as everyone in the world, I think, you start from very low, and after you develop, you keep studying, doing your masters, and like this, slowly, slowly.
Very true. So, I know, Belén, you have stayed in India for I think more than 5 years. But tell me, what were your first impressions about India?
I have the impression that I was in India in another life. It's not so difficult for me. I think maybe noise was difficult, or understanding transport, or moving in the beginning in the big cities was a bit hard, because when you live in Europe, you have another sense of time, no? And in India, sense of time it's not under control, no? Just many things can happen in the road, so you have to accept it. So I think in the beginning I was angry, as most of foreigners who come from the West have problems to accept, you know, that you cannot control everything, no? But after this, the rest was not difficult. Food maybe because it's quite spicy, but well, I could adjust, and not difficult with interaction. People did not understand my accent because I think people don't listen to Spanish speakers in English. So in the beginning, I could not speak very well English neither. I improved living in India, and it was a bit hard. And also, like I was listening to people with a Marathi accent in English, and I could not understand very well neither. It was good because despite all, people were nice. They wanted to communicate. No, you know, in other countries they will give up. They say, I don't understand you. Go. No. Parallel stories. I understand from the interactions, you know, because I remember once a woman was telling me about a trip she did to Spain for a chess tournament. And my English was so terrible, that what I could understand from the conversation was that she was going to Spain for a chest for the body chest treatment. So I thought she's having an illness, a cancer or something. It was terrible, and I was so worried about her. And I asked her, and the hospitals were good, and she was like very, you know, shocked, looking to me. Hospitals were fine. And then all the conversation was, you know, very weird. And a friend was over there and an Indian friend, and after was talking to me, Belen, maybe you did not understand well, no, because you were asking very weird things, and they was explaining me again, no. Misunderstandings in the beginning, I got a lot, and the directions, what people tell you. And you know, it's you don't find the place, but you meet another person, no? You go to someone else's house. You never reach your friend's house. But by the way, you are talking to people. So many these situations of this. I remember people giving me to go home pepper spice, you know, peppermint, yeah. For you are going alone. Yes, but I am taking a cab. No, it's not a problem. It's not that I am in the middle of the night walking, you know. But no, even in the cab, it's not safe for you. People just going home and coming back giving no peppermint price. So, and I think I kept them. I never used, but I kept them. No, like okay, someone thought I should be saved. You know, it's such a good thought. No, not that someone that had just met you in the middle of the street is thinking that. So I love recipes because I saw veggies that I didn't know how to cook. So I was asking women who were taking the veggies, no, why are you buying this veggie? Is it good? How do you prepare? Because I have ever seen this, so I don't know how to prepare, and I don't know even the name. This is a Marathi name. How can I check it online? I don't have any idea. So, and people were very friendly, no, because women knows to cook very well, and they tell you have to do that. So I take my notebook and write in the supermarket. This is okay. I will try. If it is in a small local supermarket, you have many chances of crossing the woman again. You know, another day, similar time. You know, people go to the same.
Experiences you just shared tells me that you had a nice time in India. But tell me, what are places you actually visited in India?
I am a teacher, and I am very interested about teachers. So when I go to other places, I usually visit schools, because I think it's a very good way of understanding what is going on. So I have visited schools of rural areas of many places, and it allows you to understand the mindset of a place, no? Because children are the generations which are coming, no, for the future. I was very impressed, for example, visiting some very rural and forest areas of Odisha. That in the schools, all the maps are painted. So they are not, you know, usually in India, they are holding maps like everywhere. No? They just hold the map and you can ubicate. So they paint the maps, and they are not very accurate sometimes. And usually the most important is the one of the state, not the one of India, and not international maps, not all the world of the planet. So the type of interaction you have, these small details say a lot about the understanding of people, no? How they look to the world. So interaction with the children was very interesting, no? Because they were very innocent. For many of them was the first time in their life they saw someone from another country, and the type of questions they ask, which is your favorite bird? Never ever in my life someone asked me such question. I was thinking about any Spanish bird that I could, because I don't even know. No, I think they are in a culture where birds are important. No, they listen to birds daily morning and all that. Well, I have been born in a city, and there are many birds, but we don't pay much attention. No, so you can learn so much. No, you learn about yourself. It's not only about the place. No, it's you are learning about yourself because people are asking you things that you have never thought before. We went also to Kashmir. I was visiting schools over there as well, and the interaction with the teachers was very interesting. I was very shocked of the level of English, the interest, the well-connected they were to the world, despite being in a corner, no, where so much conflict is going on, and how they were just teaching with such difficult climate and weather, no. Yes, the cold is terrible, and the way they have to make hot in the rooms, no, of the schools, is not easy at all. And despite all, they were so enthusiastic people. I think Kashmir was very shocking for me because even I was with a group of Indians, and even Indians could not communicate properly because there are many dialects in the area, and it was quite a remote place. So walking through mountains, only the army can go by car over there, no? So it was quite a shocking image, no? I remember like men, most of them were Muslims, and men taking care of the children. I was very shocked, like the interaction between them. It was very friendly and very well done. So, and it was Kashmir, one of the places impacted me the most, and also Andamans, taking the touristic area site, which is also very big, no, as in any island of the world, no. It reminded me a bit of the Caribbean side, no. It was also interesting to see how locals live. In Andamans, I was impressed that there were people from different sides of India. So it was like if you put India in the washing machine and suddenly, you know, becomes very small. Little India. With people from different, and this feeling, no, that you are walking, and you walk the way the path is providing, no, because there are fruits everywhere, there are things everywhere. People have a slowly life, so you meet people anytime, no, which talk to you or ask you things. So it was very friendly. We were walking across Andamans into the road, and people were stopping, no, like, why are you walking? No, just go in the car, we picked you, and we were, no, we want to walk. And people were not understanding, no, they were like, just you don't walk here, we don't walk, just come. And you, like, we bring you in the car, and then it's hot. And it was very nice, this feeling of the islands, no, that have so many things growing all the time, and people have time to talk to others. Was in also Rajasthan. I was traveling by my own in Rajasthan, and it is very interesting, no, because at least from Indians, I got that it is not so developed as an state, but in fact, tourism is quite developed. So you can travel very easily, no? So there are these contrasts that the stereotypes we have about the area, and after how is it can be. I remember the bus drivers were very friendly, and it is very cheap if you are a single woman. They make a special discount, so you can travel by local bus very cheap. I don't know, it's 30% or something like that. They have a very good discount, so you can travel. And I remember like being with a lot of people in the bus, and women giving me bangles, no, because I was just bringing nothing, no, for a trip. You are not with jewelry, no, and they were asking me, you know, where are you from, and a lot of curiosity, and they were like, how can you go like this? No, you're very pretty, but you don't have any jewelry. So that's the reason you're single. You cannot be married. Just be with nothing. So they were giving me, at the end of the trip in Rajasthan, I was with bangles, with this, with that, because women were giving me in the buses, and it was like very funny. And people were very respectful in general. So traditional does not mean that I don't know, something negative, no? Many times we understand traditional is negative. It is not always negative. It has also a shining side, no, of respecting and of having a code, no, that if you understand and you respect, then everything goes well, no? So Manjuli Island was quite an interesting place as well, because again, islands are interesting, and an island in a river is something.
I know, that's unique.
Yeah, it's unique. People are not in a rush, and I don't know, you can interact very easily. And there are really landscapes that are like a dream. You know? Sometimes you feel you are in the middle of nowhere. You cannot say it is India, it is Asia, it is nowhere. It's just a dream. You know? You have this feeling of being in a cloud, you know? Because there is just nature around. You know? Nothing is disturbing you. And it brings another type of reflections to your mind, another type of connection with yourself, I think. Yeah.
So you have been to a lot of places. So you were traveling with a group, or was it all solo travels?
I was doing several trips with Srishti. It's an NGO from Gujarat, and they do field trips. And in these field trips, everyone has a role inside the group. The goal is that you understand local living and you adjust to the conditions. No, you just walk and no transport is used. You go to rural areas, you interact with people, and in your role, I was in education, no? But other people were in innovation. They search mostly innovation in rural areas because there is a lot of innovation people don't know, but people are so smart to solve their problems. We have so much to learn in all the areas, medicine and technology, everything. No? So we were just noting, interacting with people, learning from them, and also watching if we can help in some way. So you don't decide if you are going to help until you don't ask people if they need help and in which type they need, you know. And when they have some discovery, you know, regarding plants or regarding use of plants, I mean, medicinal ways or technology, then if you can help them to improve this technology and to exchange it with another agriculture's and people in the other sides of India, because they are not connected, no? They are not traveling, they don't go for tourism. So maybe someone else have the same solution, no? But cannot reach the solution. Person doesn't know. So it's a way also of connecting people from different parts. And I find it wonderful. It's like a very nice idea. And they engaged in Gujarat people from the university that develop the ideas they bring from the rural areas. Students help, no, to develop and to find better solutions, no, for this technology. So it was wonderful because the people of that is in the group is wonderful. You can talk with people from different areas of knowledge. And after, because despite it's very hard to be walking under the sun, under the cold, to sleep in the floor all the time, and to eat as you can, whatever is cooked. Despite all these difficulties, the type of knowledge and you can get, again, not only about others, also about yourself, is something you will never get in another format. No? You cannot get it from a documentary or from a book. It is something only through experience that you can learn this type of things. So for me, it was very positive, very positive. And one is surprised how people from different parts of India are joining this NGO. Because I met after people from Pune as well, or from Mumbai, and after we became friends until now. You know? Because also the type of contact you do is so strong, no? When you are doing this type of activity and you are working in daily life, and you see immediately the best and the worst of every human in 2 weeks or in 10 days, no? Because you have two challenges daily. Visit also the schools and you see what they do, no? If they have some problem with technology, if they have problems with materials, if they have the way they teach, how is the attendance of the children to the school, if they have problem of attendance. So basically you interact with them, because only when they ask, no, for something you can help or support. For example, for Kashmir, they were trying really to have libraries at the schools. Okay. They did not have enough books, no? And it's very difficult to carry the books until there. Right. So when I came back, I was collecting in Pune University books to send to the schools in Kashmir. And we have this direct contact with the people there. No? So it was a bit easier, and we were just organizing how the books could reach the schools. So people sometimes don't have phones. So you have just somehow to collect or the money or the books. No, and to figure it out, no, how you could support them. Right. From people you understand if they need something from you, is based in empathy and human contact, no, and relationships. And after, when you come back to your hometown, then you speak to your people as well, no. I mean, I was talking to my students at the university, friends, people I met, no, and they talk to other people, no.
Right. Considering you have stayed in so many countries, as per you, what one should look out when you are in a new city and you plan to stay for long?
I think wherever you live, abroad, you should find always your favorite bookstore. Even if you don't understand the language of the country, does not matter. You find your favorite bookstore because it's a good place just where to find interesting people, to interact, to see what other reads, books, images, whatever.
Yeah.
You find, of course, your little bar or a family restaurant, where you can eat wherever you like, and they can prepare for you, because if you go in daily basis, they will be nice, doing something, that adjusting something in spicy or. And I think you need always a park or a place in touch with nature. I think everywhere, in every single city I have been living, I have a place where I could go and write poetry, or just look the trees, or look the sea, or look the mountains, somewhere, or observe people, but that you feel this is your place out of the house. If you need to go out of the house, you need to escape, to have a regular point, where you feel safe or happy or relieved, is something good, and where you can be alone.
Yeah.
Of course, you want to be with people, but it's also to have a place where you can be lonely and feeling good. I think it's.
I think what a lovely suggestion is that. I mean, having these 3 pointers in your head when you go to a different city. It's very interesting.
Yeah, but it's good because I mean, you need a place for nature, and you need a place for culture where you don't need to pay all the time, because you don't have always the money to be buying things or to pay, So
Correct.
and the type of people you meet in a bookstore is different than the ones you can meet in a supermarket, or or in the room of the doctor that's waiting in the waiting room, and the type of conversation, So in a bookstore, you always have good conversations, because people speak first of all about books, about the stories, about discoveries, So it's already an easy start. And I also think that when you are living somewhere else, after a while, the beginning is fine, but after a while, you get a bit tired of getting the same questions. Where are you from? What do you do? It's questions of technical questions, and you want to meet people in more profound, deep way, You want to reach the essence of the person. I remember in Pune, I usually visit this Baghdadi, this bookstore. Which
Baghdadi,
is,
I'm aware of it.
So the interactions you can have there are interesting, In fact, in Baghdadi happened something wonderful to me. I met my best friend. I always say she's my Indian sister, because I came just to have a coffee, and a boy was sitting there alone, and there was not a free table. Then I asked, can I sit next to you? Not because I want to disturb you, because I don't have where to sit. And he was alone. And he said, yes, you can, but more people will come because we have a meeting with an NGO. I was like, really? I said, yes, it's about education. We are organizing a congress and all that. I was very interested. I said, can I join the meeting? And the organizer of this meeting was my friend Angeli. And when she came, after we just stayed in touch, and we became very good friends until today, So yes. So you can meet people in such spaces, and these type of people are the same all around the world.
Wow, this was such an insightful conversation. And Belen, this brings us to the end of our talk. Thank you so much for coming on Daastan-E-Raahi. It was lovely speaking to you, and I wish you a very happy Teachers' Day. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you again next week with another wonderful traveler.